This is question 17 from exercise 20.1 in Project Maths 2. The function h is defined as the h of x is 2 minus 3x, where x is an element of R. So for part 1 we have to find the h of 1, and for part 2 we have to solve for x, the equation x times the h of x equals the h of 1. And we'll do these in order. So for part 1 we're going to get the h of 1, which is what we get when we put 1 into the function h. So that's going to be equal to 2 minus 3 times 1. So the 1 goes into the equation in place, or into the function in place of x. If we sort that out, we get 2 minus 3, which is equal to minus 1. And now for part 2, we've got an equation, and that equation is x times the h of x is equal to the h of 1. So now we can start substituting things that we know from this. We know what the h of x is because it's given in the question. So on the left hand side we're going to have x multiplied by 2 minus 3x. And on the right we know what the h of 1 is because we got the answer for that in part 1. So that's going to be minus 1. We're going to do our multiplication on the left hand side. So we're going to get 2x minus 3x squared is equal to minus 1. And in order to solve this, we have to get every single term onto the same side of the equation. So we're going to move the minus 1 over, in which case we're going to get 2x minus 3x squared plus 1 equals 0. Or if we rearrange that to look like a quadratic, we get minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. But we don't generally solve quadratics when we have a negative x squared. So what we're going to have to do for this is we're going to change the sign on everything. We're going to multiply the entire equation by minus 1. So we get 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. And now we can go about factorizing. The first term in each bracket are going to be factors of the first term in the equation, which is 3x squared. So we're going to have 3x and x. And the second term in each bracket are going to be factors of the last term up here, which is minus 1. And the factors of minus 1 are going to be 1 and 1, although one of them is going to be a negative, and we need to figure out which one. And the way we figure that out is that when we multiply the inner two and we multiply the outer two together and sum them up, we should get minus 2. So let's just pick out a scenario and see if it works. So say if we put our plus 1 here and we put our minus 1 here, and now we'll test this out. 1 times x is x, and 3x times minus 1 is minus 3x, and x minus 3x is minus 2x. So we have definitely found the correct factors for this particular equation. If we then take those two factors, because they're multiplied together and equal to 0, and we take them separately and set them equal to 0, we get 3x plus 1 equals 0, and we get x minus 1 equals 0. And we just have to solve those linear equations. So that becomes 3x equals minus 1, so x equals minus 1/3, and over here we get x equals 1. And that should be that.